Hello, beautiful people! I wanted to start by saying that your art is more like a favorite hoodie, cozy and a little unpredictable. Totally yours. Maybe your colors stay in their lanes, or maybe they party like confetti. Either way, that's a vibe. So let go of that little critic sitting in your head with a clipboard and embrace the messy, beautiful, oops, I accidentally made something awesome magic. You're doing amazing, seriously. Alright, let's get started with creating bold, chunky letters. I like to keep things simple but full of personality. We'll start with sketching our basic letter. Think of it as your foundation. To give it character, we are going to add outlines to thicken it up a bit. And here's my little twist. I like my letters to have some extra thickness on the edges and a gentle curve in the middle. For example, when creating the vertical straight line of edge, I'll make the top and bottom parts thick with a subtle curve in the center. It adds such a soft and playful vibe. Make sure the thickness of all of your letters is the same and mostly the same, if not exactly. But there should not be a considerable amount of difference, or else your letters might feel a bit off. Now, when I write my chunky letters, I skip the guidelines. I love giving them a bouncy format, a bit of up and down action to keep things fun and lively. For me, it's about letting your letters flow naturally. Straight lines are all fine and acceptable, but for me, a little bounce is where the magic is. Allow your letters to sway a little. Maybe they're happier that way. I will be working on the word joy outside the envelope. The full quote is love and joy, but to balance things out, joy will be big, bold, and vibrant, while love will be in a pale gray, calm and subtle, complementing joy beautifully. Think of it like a duo where one shines bright and the other adds quiet elegance. Time for the fun part, coloring. I'm using orange and magenta Karin markers today because I love the vibrant, cozy sunset vibes they give. And here is what I'll do. I'm going to start with orange at the bottom of each letter and work my way up, keeping the paper slightly damp, not too wet, just enough to help the colors flow and blend. You wouldn't want your paper to be so wet like it's your cookie that just fell in your tea and it just dissolved and disintegrated. You know that moment of betrayal? I know we have all felt that, right? Now, as I move upwards, I'll add the magenta color. I like to start with a pale wash of magenta, finding a seamless blend with the orange. Once that looks good to me, I'll add a bit of darker magenta to the top and pull the pigment downwards with a damp brush to merge it smoothly. You could go over the entire letter with a damp brush and some darker colors at the start and end of your letters to give it a nice, bold, dramatic finish, whereas in the center it would be a nice, dreamy blend of colors. Now let me tell you, I totally messed up the spacing between O and Y. But hey, no stress. Mistakes are just art's way of keeping us humble. We'll fix it up so smoothly. It will be like we just kind of spilled the juice on the carpet and covered it with a rug. No one will ever know. Okay, next I'll add some shadows to give the letters a bit of drama. Shadows always go opposite to the light source. So if the light is coming from the top left corner, your shadows will politely lounge on the right side of the letters, just chilling and looking cool. Next, I'll add some broken fine liner details to the letters, bold on the edges and soft in between. To make the letters pop, I will add some white highlights. It's like giving them their own spotlight moment. These go on the side where the light is coming from. So if the light is shining from the top left corner, the highlights will cozy up on the left side of the letters. These little touches are like adding a sparkle to someone's eye in the photo. It's small, but it instantly makes everything feel alive and full of energy. Plus, who doesn't love a bit of extra glow, right? Remember our little oops moment with the spacing? Yep, we are going to sneakily cover it up with some leaves. Because if life gives you a gap, you fill it with foliage. It's the ultimate artist hack. When in doubt, add a leaf or maybe 10. No one will even notice the mistake. They'll just think you are a creative genius with a flair for greenery. Now it's time to add some love with a touch of gray. Think of it as the cozy hug that pulls everything together. A soft, grounding shade that adds depth without stealing the show. Gray is your quiet friend who doesn't say much but always makes everything better. For the final touch, I will be adding these shiny little butterflies. They're like the cherry on top, small but impossible to miss. They match the glowing tones of joy perfectly, so I'll pop them in the top right corner to flutter and balance the whole piece. Just imagine how they'll catch the light, adding that little sprinkle of magic that makes everything feel just right. It's like a quiet ta-da moment. What started as a simple idea has now bloomed into something vibrant and full of life. Next up, we have some watercolor cutouts, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!